let us see about in detail types of AI. Okay, so AI can be classified based on two categorizations. Okay, so here mainly they can be classified with respect to capabilities and functionalities of AI. So here we have basically two types of AI. So you can consider type 1 and type 2 also, or basically based on capabilities and based on functionalities. So what are the types under based on capabilities? Okay, so we have mainly three: weak, general, and super. Okay, so let us in detail discuss about what are these. Okay, so when it comes to weak, or you can also call it as narrow AI. So narrow AI is a type of AI which is able to perform dedicated task with intelligence. Okay, so the most common and current available is actually narrow AI in the world of artificial intelligence. Okay, and narrow AI cannot perform beyond its field or limitations. Okay, so it will have only a certain amount of limitation, how much it can reach or whatever. So, narrow AI cannot perform over its field or limitation, as it is only trained for a specific task. So, for example, is like we were going through whole lot of examples in the previous videos, right? It's like chatbots and all. Okay, so those are actually like chatbots is able to only chat. Okay, so it is not able to perform anything else. Okay, so similarly, another example would be voice assistant. So Apple Siri is a good example for narrow AI. It operates only with respect to limited number of predefined range of functions. Okay, so another example is other one which we mostly like spoke about is like kind of IBM's Watson supercomputer. So that is also an example for that also comes under narrow AI. So as it is users expert system approach combined with machine learning as well as natural language processing, but still it is still in kind of weak AI, not a narrow AI. Okay, so example again, playing chess, purchasing some like purchase suggestions on e-commerce site, even self-driving cars. It can drive only self-driving. It cannot give you assistance. So basically, it can be other assistant which you need to give, or it cannot give you based on uh, kind of health monitoring of a remote location person, like a person who is located in remote and all. Okay, so even self driving cars, all this whatever we have seen in our world of AI is actually under narrow or weak AI itself. So speak recognition and also image recognition comes under this category. What about general AI? Okay, so general AI is a type of intelligence which could perform any intellectual task with efficiency just like a human. Okay, so the idea behind the general AI is to make such a system which could be smarter or at least able to think like a human on its own. Okay, so without any external help or anything like that. So it should be able to think smarter, like how a smart person thinks at all the times. Okay, so currently there is no exist of system. Okay, so especially at the time of recording of this session, so maybe at the time of you have already been seeing there can be few systems which are already up when it comes to general AI. Okay, so at the time of recording there are no, so currently there are no such system which comes under general AI which can perform any task as perfect as human. Okay, so humanoid robot can be an example for this. Okay, so there is actually worldwide research, like the worldwide researchers are focused on developing machines with general AI. Okay, and systems with general AI are still under research. It will take a lot of efforts and time to develop such systems. Okay, so those are general AI, and next we have super AI. Okay, so super AI is a level of intelligence at which a machine could even surpass human intelligence. Okay, so they can perform any kind of task better than human with cognitive properties. So it is an outcome of general AI, like it is above the general AI, and some key characteristics. Okay, so key characteristics of strong AI, including capabilities, including like ability to think, to resolve, or to reason, to solve the puzzles, or resolve problems, make judgments, plan, learn, and communicate by its own. Okay, so maybe there is a communication between two super AIs. Okay, so they can work better than humans. So basically, super AI is still a hypothetical concept of AI. So development of such systems is still very challenging at the technologies what we currently possess. Okay, so maybe someday in very far future we can see this. Okay, so just to put out in single statements, we can tell narrow AI is dedicated for one task, and general AI performs just like human, and super AI is an intelligent that can be more intelligent than a human being. Okay, so those are based on the capabilities. Okay, so now let us discuss on based on other type. So basically classification based on functionalities. Okay, so we have reactive machines, limited memory, theory of mind, and also self-awareness. So let us see one by one. So basically, first we have reactive machines. So reactive machines purely react on are like reactive machines are purely most basic type of AI. So such AI system does not need any memory or even past experience for any future actions. Okay, so such type of AI would be reactive machines. So these machines only focus on current scenario with respect to the environments. So again, we'll be discussing much how exactly it will take it. We'll get into technical aspects later on. So they'll just focus on the current scenario with respect to having perception of this environment and react uh, on it as per the best decision. Okay, so it has to take a smart decision or an intelligent decision. Okay, so it has to react based on the best action with what it could possibly perform. Even if it is out of its capability, it cannot perform, right? So it has to have that capability as well, like the best capable, the best possible action what that AI can do based on the current scenarios. Okay, so example for that is IBM's Deep Blue system is an example for reactive machines, and also Google's AlphaGo is also an example for reactive machines. And next we have limited memory. So limited memory machines can store past experience or can store for a short period of time. Okay, so these machines can be used can use stored data for a very limited period of time. Okay, so it can actually store few data. It can actually make itself like make the intelligent the agent. We'll discuss about technical terms in future. So the AI system will learn itself with respect to previously stored data, and it will become much smarter so that it can just remove the okay, when it becomes the older. Okay, so when the data is little old. Okay, so an example would be self-driving cars. Okay, so self-driving cars are kind of the best examples for limited memory systems. So the cars can store recent speed of nearby and the distance of other cars, speed limits, other information, right? When you're crossing across a highway, okay, so you're at the beginning of the highway, there will be speed limits. So it will just grasp and have that into limited information. Okay, another example would be like kind of information to navigation. Okay, so where exactly it is going ahead. Okay, so such types like self-driving cars having such limited memory would be other classification based on functionality. And next we have theory of mind. Okay, so the theory of mind should understand the human emotions, people, beliefs, and also be able to interactive with humans socially. Okay, so it needs to interact socially just like humans. Okay, so this type of AI are still not developed. Okay, so researchers are making a lot of efforts and improving for improvements for developing such AI machines. Okay, right now I don't have any examples since any such is not deployed. Maybe there might be already developed, but it has not come into picture. Okay, so finally we have self-awareness. So self-awareness is like kind of AI for the future. Okay, so these machines will be super intelligent. They will have their own consciousness, their own sentiments, and also their own self-awareness. Okay, so we should be aware that they are also an individual, human or not. Okay, so these machines will be smarter than human minds, since what we can tell is like machines perform millions and billions of calculations per second. Okay, so if these machines are dedicated only to solve such problems, it definitely exceeds our human mind. Okay, so if especially if it is focused on one single task or something like that. Okay, so at that moment. Okay, So self-awareness, AI does not again exist in the real world. So basically, this is also a hypothetical concept. So this self-awareness is close to the concept of super AI. Okay. So these are the types of AI or the classifications of AI. So that's all with respect to introductory series with respect to artificial intelligence. So before moving ahead with respect to more in details about AI, we'll be walking through we'll be having an understanding about a programming language which is known as Python, which will be helping us in the project phase. Okay, so we'll have a detailed explanation. Even if you have zero knowledge, need not to worry. We'll be having walking through right from the basics and required few of the libraries also which we'll be dealing with, and then we'll get back to the topics of artificial intelligence.